As we know, it is confirmed by Genshin Impact official Twitter that Genshin Impact version 2.5 will introduce two new characters. Those two new characters, which are Sunhe and YunJin. Their roles are not revealed by the official yet, but leak had given us some juicy information on that part. Before that, I just want to give a quick disclaimer that the leak does not represent final product and what it will actually come up in the future. The point of making this video is to talk about the close possibility of what we will get. With that out of the way, let's look at why YunJin could shape up a new meta in Genshin Impact. Let me give you an overview of YunJin kit and constellation. You could skip this part if you already know it. I have put a timestamp in the description below. YunJin is a Geo Arm support. She will gain energy recharge as her ascension stat. She performs up to 5 consecutive strikes for her normal attack. As for elemental skill, when pressed, she will enter into a defensive stance and attack in front of her, dealing geo damage. If you hold the ability, she will generate a shield that scales to her HP and charge up to 2 levels. With each level, her elemental skill geo damage scaling will increase. She will automatically release the skill if the duration expires or the shield break. The shield will automatically break when she releases her elemental skill. The interesting part of this ability is that the damage is scaled to YunJin defense. When fully charged, she could deal up to 559% of her defense at talent level 7, which is pretty high. Moving on to her elemental burst. Upon activation, she will deal AoE geo damage and grant party member flying cloud formation buff. The buff will grant bonus damage to party members' normal attack, which scale off of YunJin's defense. The damage bonus could trigger up to 30 times per activation. The elemental burst requires 60 energy to activate with cooldown of 15 seconds. As for passive talents, the first one is if you use elemental skill at the precise moment YunJin is attacked, she will unleash level 2 of her elemental skill. This passive pretty much makes her elemental skill same as Beidou elemental skill. Her second talent pretty much increase her elemental burst buff, depend on how many types of elemental character you have in your team. Her first constellation decrease her elemental skill cooldown by 18%. Second constellation increase party member normal attack by 15% when her elemental burst is active. Fourth, her defense is increased when she trigger crystalline reaction. Sixth constellation increase normal attack speed of party member by 12% when her burst is active. TLDR, she is a normal attack buffer with Beidou elemental skill and skill with defense. Now, how does she shape out the new meta? Well, let's take a look at her burst. At level 7, your party member normal attack damage is increased by 55% of YunJin defense, with further increase up to 11.5% if you could get 4 different elemental characters on your team. Let's say you have 3 different elements in your team, which is really easy to achieve. You will get extra 7.5% damage, which add up to the existing 55%. You will get 62.5 bonus damage to your normal attack. And if you could get 2000 defense on YunJin, which is pretty easy, you could receive a whopping 1100 attack damage. But wait, 1100 only? Well, yes. It seemed low at first, but after you include your crit damage and elemental damage bonus and such, that number could easily go up to 3000 extra base damage per normal attack. Don't forget the fact that a normal attack DPS, as the name itself implies, normal attack a lot. Proc it 20 times and you will get 60,000 bonus damage, and if you somehow proc it 30 times and you will get 90,000 bonus damage in total. Also, her constellation could buff her support capability to another level. Keep in mind that she is a 4-star. You could easily obtain her constellation when pulling normally. With her addition to the game, suddenly normal attack character get a huge buff. The most affected character will be Yoimiya. Her entire damage revolves around her normal attack. Plus, she normal attack very fast. She could make the most out of YunJin normal attack buff. Not only that, some less popular normal attack DPS like Razor, Novel, and Fischl could be much more prevalent in the meta. She would be a nice addition to Eula, Child, and Diluc team too. She could also trigger Geo Resonance as she is a Geo unit, and Geo Resonance is well known for the damage buff and utility provided. Even if you are skeptical on her support capability, you would also want to get her just for her aesthetic. Like, man, just look at her. With those, we reached the end of this video. I would like to apologize of my English as I am not used to speaking it. If I have made any mistake on interpreting her kits, or you guys have any suggestion, please leave a comment down below. I will update with you guys if I have made any mistake in the pinned comment down below. It's my first time doing this type of video, so if there's any suggestion on improving, also leave a comment down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, or dislike it if you found it badly put together. Have a nice day and cheers.